Greetings, this is Sheba Martinez, and I'm going to do a tutorial on utilizing NoveList K through 8 to find read-alikes to help both students and librarians find good fit books. Now, first of all, when you log into NoveList, you will see that the biggest functionality and the biggest space on the page is simply the search bar. Your search bar allows you to search by keyword, title, author, and series, all of which are incredibly helpful. NoveList will help you find other books by the same author. It'll help you find other books in a series and actually place those books in order so you can figure out what book to read next within a series. There is an advanced search function as well, and you also have the ability to save your search history and go back and look at what your previous searches have been. One of the great functions of NoveList is that they have many reading lists available for different age levels. Their major categories for sorting books are from age 0 through 8, 9 through 12, and then teenage books. So for example, I could look up a book in the age 0 through 8 category. I could say that I want to find a book that falls in the best of 2014 category, and it would provide me with a list of all the books that meet those criteria, which is really nice. If I go back to NoveList here, another thing that the site offers, if you scroll all the way down, is they actually have an award winners section. And within the award winners section, you can look at all the books that have most recently won awards right here at the top. It'll also offer you the ability to look at different types of awards by age level. Again, they use those same categories of ages 0 through 8, 9 through 12, and teenage books. You can pick a certain award that you're interested in. So maybe I want to look at the Purabelle Prix Awards, and then I can look at the different awards that they offer, and it'll sort it by year so I can actually see the different award winners by year, and I can look up different information on those books as well. Now, if I am in NoveList, the biggest function of the site is simply finding read-alikes, so other similar books. So for example, I'm going to use the example of a book I just read with my kindergartners this past week, 3 Ninja Pigs. I really loved reading this book with my classes, and I want to see if there's other books out there that are similar. Now, when I type in that book title, it brings up my text, and on the right here you'll see a listing of read-alikes. These are all different books that are similar either based on the genre, the characters, the plot, or different appeal terms that NoveList categorizes their books by. Now, you'll notice that most of these are books about pigs, which is understandable since this is a big book about pigs. But you know what? What I really liked about this book was the fact that it was a rhyming book and it had a really great sense of rhythm. If you scroll down to the bottom of any search entry that you've brought up, you'll see that it allows you to search by more specific appeal terms. And right here, it gives me the ability to click on stories and rhyme and also twisted folk tales. That was sort of the big thing about this book that I really appreciated. If I select these two categories and click search, it'll actually narrow my search even further and find me books that are similar to 3 Ninja Pigs, that also is told in rhyme, and is a twisted folk tale, which really further refines my search and finds even more similar books for me. There's other appeal terms here I could click on. I could look for illustrations, the tone of the book, the location of the book, or even the subject matter. But you'll see if I click search, it'll bring up other texts that are also told in rhyme. They're also twisted fairy tales, which might be something I'm interested in. All right, I'm going to go back to my previous search entry here. What you'll see is NoveList also provides you a lot of really helpful and useful information about any given text. You'll see that it gives you the age level, the major genre. It'll tell you this book has actually won an award, which is helpful to know. I'll get a short description of the text, the tone of the text, sort of a description of the illustrations, grade levels, lexile level, which is incredibly helpful to have, especially if you're making recommendations for a teacher. And it also provides me with some reviews of the text, which will be good when selecting a book I haven't read before. I can bring up additional information about the book if I click more information. And you'll see all this additional information that comes up. And I can also click on lists and articles that will show me other lists that this book has fallen within to. So for example, Fractured Fairy Tales, 3 Little Pigs, fiction for grades 3 through 5. Maybe I'm doing a unit on that, or I know a teacher who has. I can navigate to that list and then find other books in this specific category, and there's some really great choices in here. All right. Now, NoveList actually allows you to search by appeal terms. And if you look within the site, there's actually a list of appeal terms that you can search by. But these appeal terms are things like, I want a text that has a strong sense of setting, or I want one that's amusing. And these appeal terms are usually the way that readers describe their books or books they appreciate. Maybe they want a book that's heartwarming. You can actually search by these appeal terms, which is a really great way to find books. Using the advanced search feature, you'll see I'm actually able to look for a even more specific book by publication date, Lexile range, the number of pages, which is great for reluctant readers. I can look at books by the author's nationality, Dewey Decimal Range, so I can really sort of isolate an area within the library I want to look for a book for. I can look at those three major age categories as well: grade level for a book, the specific Lexile score, the author's gender, or even the author's cultural identity. Now, these are all advanced search features that'll really help me find a book that truly fits my needs. NoveList is a great site for finding bookalikes, or even just looking for a book that you'd like to read, or a book to sort of find the next great book for a young reader. I suggest that students or teachers could use the site, and it's definitely a must-have tool for librarians in the library when approached with reader advisory questions from students. I hope that tutorial helped.